All right, it's one of those videos where I'm taking a risk. Look at those happy pigtails. They just got fed, and it's time for me to fill their water bucket. And as I mentioned yesterday, when I tried to show you some exciting things here, the mushrooms have taken off. And if yesterday morning, which I didn't video, is any indication, there will be a toad. And there is not. So I am totally fired. There's no toad. It's a shame. It's probably going to get loud for a second because I'm going to turn on the spigot to fill their water bucket. But pigs are interesting. So the pigs only drink really while they're eating. And it's like to wash down the food. It's almost like the hot dog contest. They absolutely eat a few bites, come drink some water, and then they finish the bucket. And the bucket ends up completely empty, and I always refill it. But interestingly enough, after I refill it, I'll come down in the afternoon to refresh everybody's water, and that bucket is still pristine, untouched. They really only drink while they're eating, even on the hottest days. It's very interesting. There we go. So he had a couple bites. He's going to take a nice little drink. And they sort of suck it up. Just like normal, it's washing down some dry stuff and it's right back to the food. Olive is not as particular. Olive prefers to eat most of her food and then get a whole big long drink. And then she goes out into the pasture and has a beer pee. See, Myles took another couple bites. Time for another sip. And he will do that multiple times as he has his breakfast. The two of them will switch bowls from time to time. Their bowls are exactly the same. It's 2 scoops of pig food and 1 scoop of hay stretcher. And the hay stretcher is really to go ahead and provide some filler for them. Myles had been looking thin after the winter. He's not looking thin anymore, which is fantastic. These guys are older pigs. They are not at the end of their lifespan by any means, but they are older, right? Like their lifespan could be 20 plus years, 21, 22. I'm sure there's some record out there where, some pig lived to 30 or whatever. But I would say potbelly pigs, when they're at their healthiest and bred correctly, 20 years is pretty normal. 18 to 20 probably is the norm. These guys are 15. They are not the most healthy bred, appropriate bred. Myles had some definitive issues, right? He was purchased at a livestock auction as a piglet. He was kept inside with no access to the outside for the first year of his life. So he had some joint and bone problems with his growth. Most of that has been corrected once we got him on a true pig formula and got him sunshine. Olive, on the other hand, was outside, from day one, but she was just sort of a revenue stream, right? She wasn't cared for, wasn't necessarily bred for specifics. It was more backyard breeding. Here's a bunch of piglets because I have the ability to make piglets. And she's been pretty good, other than her feet are a mess. And we work to keep those feet in shape so that she walks normally and her gait is normal. And we've done a pretty good job of it, obviously, because they're 15. but it's a constant watch, right? It's a constant adjustment of food. Like I said, as Myles was really thin after the winter, and that was just because the winter was so harsh. We've added the hay stretcher, which provides that filler that, it's not sugar, but more of a carbohydrate, I guess, kind of thing, fiber. And it has put weight on him. If you look at his back now, he's much more filled out. When we started this, he was really thin through the waist area here, and didn't look emaciated, but certainly looked too thin for my liking. He's about perfect weight now. He has a big old grass belly, and that's normal in the summer. They're out there eating stuff in the pasture, all that green that's gone, but all those buttercups and other weeds and stuff they're eating. And they love it, right? It has water content in it. It has, I'm sure, flavor. Yeah? You had a little cough? Too much water before you ate your thing? The smackaroos are hilarious. I've said before, I have a real problem listening to people eat. I have one of those, I think it's misophonia type reactions when I hear people eating and crunching, and it's really bad in meetings and at group lunches, and I try really hard not to cringe, but yet I can listen to these guys smackaroo all day long. And you'll notice, Olive has no interest in getting to the bucket. Now again, that bucket was full. It's not full now, but it's also not empty. He's not drinking tons and tons. He'll end up drinking about half the bucket and leaving the second half for Olive. And why she likes sloppy seconds, I don't know, but she has no problem with it. So she goes in, she finishes the bucket, and then, like I said, I refill it. Oh, the donkeys are getting mad because I haven't paid attention to them yet this morning. But this is breakfast, and it's the same thing at dinner. It is the same routine. Give them their bowls, fill their water bucket, it gets drained, fill it again, and it's full in the morning because they don't touch it when they're not eating. But from a weight perspective, Myles is sort of perfect. Olive is a little bit of a chubby bubby, but she's not too bad, right? She's just a little bit more sausage-like. Probably the wrong term to use with pigs. But she's not obese. Obese would be when they have so much fat in their body that their head actually becomes, and you've seen this on videos, I'm sure you have, where their forehead sort of gets so big, so full of fat that it falls over their eyes. We have never had that problem because we do control their feed. We don't starve them. People starve them to keep them tiny and have these micro mini pigs, which really don't exist. A micro mini pig is just a malnutrition pig that hasn't been fed enough. We balance that with don't be obese. Now, if only I could do the same for myself, that would be fabulous, but apparently the humans don't have as much self-control. So our animals stay at a fairly good weight, and we manage it by, either increasing or decreasing their feed as necessary and choosing feed. So they are on what's called mature pig feed. It's a commercial pig feed that is designed for potbellies. It is designed for a mature potbelly, so a little bit less active, which means it's got a little bit less, caloric content, a little bit more filler. And then we supplement it with hay stretcher, which again is more of a filler than it is calories or fat. In fact, there's no fat in it. And that's what keeps our guys in good shape. So that's what pig breakfast looks like. And unlike what you would expect, they do not scarf their food. They eat it very, they're consistent, right? They're eating for a while, but they are not inhaling their food. They're comfortable that they have plenty of food. They're not starving. They get fed twice a day, and they just comfortably eat their food until it's gone. Here's the switch of the buckets. It's the same thing in both buckets, so the switch is really just FOMO, fear of missing out, in case there's something different. But yeah, that's it. So now it's time for me to get to the donkeys before they start to sound off again. And then I will collect buckets, and that'll be the end of chores for today, or for this morning. So I hope you are having a fantastic day. It's absolutely gorgeous out. The sun is shining. It's absolutely stunning. And we haven't had this kind of day in about a week, so I'm excited to see it. But until next time, there's work to be done. Bye for now.